the final trial has begun. Welcome back to the epic conclusion of a Minimals, the crown's contention. At the freezing, mist-shrouded peak of Moon Mist Mountain, the air is thin and crackles with tension. Here, at the roof of the world, sits the burden of the Kingdom A colossal stone slab, etched with the faces of every species. Beneath it, a faint blue glow promises the ultimate prize. The true crown of the Minimals. King Songdayata Keita and King Samoguru, battered and exhausted from their brutal climb, finally reach the summit. Their royal garments are torn, their fur matted with sweat. Just behind them, their armies have arrived. Lions and elephants, armed to the teeth, face each other across the icy plateau. Rifles are aimed, fingers are on triggers. The entire kingdom holds its breath. Suddenly, a figure materializes from the swirling mist, standing atop the great stone. It's Azumba, the enigmatic guardian. His voice cuts through the wind, cold and clear. The sun reaches its zenith. The shadow of the mountain disappears. Move the stone, and the crown is yours. Fail, he warns, his gaze sweeping over the tense armies, and the mountain becomes your tomb, and your armies will turn this peak into a slaughterhouse. Without hesitation, Songdayata lunges forward, his claws extended. I am the swiftest. I will pull it from the earth. He roars, digs, his claws into the ancient grooves of the stone and pulls with every ounce of his being. His muscles bulge, his tactical vest straining at the seams. But the stone doesn't budge, not even a millimeter. He slips, his paws now bleeding from the effort. Samoguru shoves him aside, his patience gone. Move, lion! This requires mass, not fury. 2. The massive Elephant King lowers his head, pressing his forehead and powerful tusks against the base of the slab. He lets out a deafening bellow as his powerful legs churn the gravel, pushing with immense force. The stone groans, shifting a single agonizing inch, before sliding back into place, nearly crushing Samoguru's trunk. Songdayata, catching his breath, lets out a bitter laugh. You are too clumsy, elephant. You push it into the dirt. Samoguru, enraged and frustrated, fires back, and you pull it into your own chest. You are both selfish fools. Azumba's voice chills them to the bone. Look at your armies. Kings may turn, and the sight is horrifying. The fragile truce has shattered. The lion soldier has his rifle's laser sight trained directly on an elephant's eye. An elephant gunner has his heavy turret aimed squarely at the lion's command jeep. One twitch, one mistaken order, and the kingdom will burn. The gravity of the moment hits Songdayata. He looks down at his bleeding paws, then at Samoguru's bruised forehead. The memory of their vision and the cavern of truth floods his mind. The two of them, working together, not against each other. His pride finally breaks. In a soft, humbled voice, he admits, I cannot do it, Samoguru. My lineage... It isn't enough to move the weight of a world. Samoguru, hearing the change in his rival's tone, lowers his head in acknowledgement. My strength, he rumbles. It is hollow without a direction to push. In that moment of shared vulnerability, everything changes. Songdayata walks toward the great elephant, not as a rival, but as an equal. He reaches out a paw, an offering of peace. Lock limbs with me, he says. Not as a subject, as a brother. Understanding dawns in Samoguru's eyes. Holiday. He carefully wraps his powerful trunk around Songdayata's waist. Steadying the lion, Songdayata, in turn, digs his claws into the top of the stone slab. Using Samoguru's massive back as a living fulcrum, perfect union of agility and power. With their plan set, Songdayata looks at his new ally. On my roar, push. A sound unlike any heard before echoes across the mountain a massive, unified roar and trumpet that becomes one voice. They move as a single machine. The lion pulls upward, creating the lift. The elephant drives forward, providing the unstoppable force. The ancient gears of the mountain grind to life. With a thunderous crack, the burden of the kingdom slides away. A blinding pillar of blue light explodes upward, engulfing the entire peak. The soldiers, momentarily stunned, are forced to shield their eyes. As the dust and light begin to settle, a new reality emerges. There is no single crown. Instead, the light splits, forming two circlets of shimmering white gold energy. One hovers in the air, sized for a lion's brow. The other for an elephant's temple. Zumba's voice announces the outcome. The trial is over. The crown was never a single seat. It was the balance between the heart that feels and the soul that protects. On the perimeter, the soldiers slowly lower their weapons. The lion general and the elephant general, men who had been ready to annihilate each other just moments before, lock eyes. For the first time, they exchange a nod of mutual respect. The war is over. Song, Dayata and Somoguru stand side by side, each wearing their new, radiant crown of energy. They look out at the horizon, a new dawn breaking over their kingdom. The sun of unity has risen, Song Dayata says, his voice filled with hope. Somoguru rumbles in agreement, his own voice resonating with newfound purpose, too. And the savannah will never be the same. This is the end of Season 1, but the story of the two kings has just begun. What new challenges will they face together? What enemies will rise to test their new alliance? Thank you for watching this incredible journey. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Because Season 2 of The Crown's Contention is coming, and you won't want to miss a second.